My name is Candace. I am 24 years old. I live a simple life. My life is not big or exciting, but it is quiet and peaceful. I work in a small flower shop in a nice part of the city. The shop is full of beautiful colors and sweet smells. I like working there very much. My job is to make flower arrangements. I put different flowers together in vases or baskets. People buy them for happy times, like birthdays or weddings, or sometimes for sad times. I like to think my flowers bring a little bit of beauty to people's lives. Every day is much the same. I open the shop, water the plants, and arrange the new flowers that arrive. I talk to the customers. Some customers come often, and I know their names. I feel comfortable in my small world. I do not have a lot of money, but I have my job and a small apartment that is just for me. It is enough. In my quiet life, I often dream. I dream about love. I dream about meeting a good man, someone kind and strong. I dream about having a family one day. It feels like a dream that is very far away, like a flower that has not grown yet. Then, one day, something different happened. A man came into the flower shop. He was very tall and he was very handsome. I stopped arranging the roses and looked at him. He walked slowly around the shop, looking at all the flowers. He had a nice smile. He stopped near me. He said, "Your flowers are beautiful, truly beautiful." His voice was nice too. His name was Samuel. He did not just look, he bought many flowers. He chose different kinds, bright ones and soft ones. While I put the flowers together for him, he talked to me. He asked about the different types of flowers. He smiled at me again, and when he smiled, my heart felt warm. It was a new feeling, like a little light turning on inside me. He took the flowers and said goodbye. The shop felt different after he left. It felt like something had changed in my simple, quiet world. I kept thinking about his smile and his words. It was just one visit, just a customer buying flowers, but it felt like more. It felt like the beginning of something I had only dreamed about. 2. A fast love. Samuel came back to the flower shop the next day. He came back the day after that too. Then he asked me, Candace, for coffee. I said yes. We went to a small cafe near my shop. We talked for a long time. It was easy to talk to Samuel. He was very kind and he made me laugh a lot. He was also very funny. I felt happy when I was with him. During our talk, Samuel told me something that surprised me very much. He said he had a big company. He said he was a billionaire. I could not believe it. A billionaire? Liking me, Candace, from the flower shop. It felt like a dream. After that coffee date, our romance moved very quickly. Samuel took me to many nice places. We went to big, fancy restaurants. We went to parties with many rich people. It was a new world for me. Samuel gave me beautiful gifts. He gave me pretty dresses to wear to the parties. He gave me shiny jewelry. He always told me how special I was. He said I was different from other women he knew. He said he loved me. My friends were happy for me, but my family was a little worried. My mother asked if he was too rich for me, but I did not listen. I was falling in love with Samuel. He seemed perfect to me. Just 1 month later, Samuel took me on a trip. We went to Paris. Paris is a very beautiful city. One evening, he took me to a big tower. We were high up, looking at the lights of the city. Then, Samuel got down on one knee in front of me. He had a small box in his hand. He opened it, and inside was a very big diamond ring. It was so beautiful and shiny. Samuel looked at me with love in his eyes. He said, "Candace, I love you very much. Will you marry me?" My eyes filled with happy tears. I did not need to think. I smiled and said, "Yes, Samuel, yes, I will marry you." I was so happy. I was going to marry Samuel. I was going to be Mrs. Candace Thompson. My groom was a billionaire. My simple life was changing very fast. 3 wedding plans. We started to plan our wedding. It was going to be a very big wedding. Samuel knew many people, and they were all invited. It felt strange, but also exciting. We looked at places for the party and talked about many things for the day. Then I met Samuel's sister. Her name was Veronica. She was a pretty woman, but her eyes were cold. When I met her, she did not smile at me. She looked at me for a long time without saying much. It made me feel a little uncomfortable. Later, when I was near Samuel and Veronica, I heard her speak to him. She said things about me. She said I was too simple for Samuel. She looked at me as if I was not good enough. Samuel heard her words. He put his arm around me. He told Veronica to be nice. He said he loved me. This made me feel better, but Veronica's eyes were still cold. She did not look happy that Samuel was marrying me. It made a small shadow on my happiness. After that day, I started to notice other things. Sometimes Samuel got phone calls. When his phone rang, he would often walk away from me to talk. He spoke in a low voice. He looked worried when he was on these calls. His face was not happy. When he finished talking, I would ask him about the call. I would say, "Who was that, Samuel? Is everything okay?" He would smile, but it was not a big, happy smile. He would say, "It's just business, my love, nothing for you to worry about." He always said it was just business, but I saw something in his eyes. I saw a little fear or maybe stress. It was not the happy look I knew. These phone calls happened more often. He still said it was just business, but I started to feel a little worried too. It felt like there was something Samuel was not telling me. It was a new feeling, and I did not like it. 4. The hidden truth. Veronica came to my flower shop again one day. She did not buy any flowers. She just looked around with her cold eyes. She did not smile at me. She said, "Candace, do you truly know Samuel?" Her words made me feel uneasy. She asked if he told me everything about his life. I said yes, I believed he was honest with me. Veronica smiled a slow, cold smile. "Men like Samuel always have secrets," she said quietly. She called me Little Flower Girl again. Her words stayed with me after she left. They made me feel a little worried and confused. Could Samuel really have secrets he did not share? Samuel had a very big house with many beautiful rooms, but one room was always kept closed. Samuel said it was his private office and that the door was always locked. I never went near it. But one afternoon, as I walked past, I saw the door was open a little bit, just a small space. It felt strange because it was never open. My heart started to beat quickly. I stopped and looked inside the room. It was not just an office. On one wall, I saw many framed photos. Photos of a woman. She was very beautiful. And photos of a small child, a young boy. My breath caught in my throat. Who were these people? Why were there pictures in Samuel's private room? Why did he never tell me about them? A cold fear filled me. I waited for Samuel to come home. I felt very sick and nervous. I could not stop thinking about the photos. When he arrived, I knew I had to ask him. My voice was quiet and shaky. "Samuel," I said. "Who is the woman in the photos in the room? And the child?" Samuel looked at me. His face immediately turned very pale. He looked surprised, then angry for a moment, then his face became sad, deeply sad. He sat down heavily. He looked very tired, like the weight of the world was on him. "Candace," he said slowly, It is complicated. It is from my past life. It is nothing important now." Tears began to fall from my eyes. "Nothing," I cried. "A woman and a child are nothing." He closed his eyes for a moment, taking a deep breath. "Her name is Isabella," he said softly. "She was my girlfriend a long time ago, before I met you." My heart ached. "And the child?" I asked again, my voice barely a whisper. Samuel looked at me directly this time. His eyes were full of pain. "The child," he said. "His name is Leo. He is my son, Candace." The words hit me like a shock. My groom, Samuel, had a son, a secret son. He had never told me. My heart shattered. I looked at the man I thought I knew and felt a terrible distance between us. He had kept this huge truth hidden from me. 5. Heartbreak. My heart felt broken into many pieces. I looked at Samuel. Tears came from my eyes. "Why?" I asked him. "Why did you not tell me about Isabella and Leo? Why did you lie to me?" Samuel looked very tired. His face was pale. He said, "Candace, I was afraid. I was afraid you would leave me. I love you so much. I did not want to lose you." But his words did not help. I felt so much pain. "Love," I shouted. My voice was loud. "This is not love, Samuel. This is lies. You lied to me for a long time." I could not stay there. I turned and ran out of his big house. I ran to my old apartment. It was small and simple, but it was mine. I closed the door and sat on the floor. I cried and cried. I cried all night. My beautiful dream was broken. The next day, I felt very sad and tired. Someone knocked on my door. It was Veronica, Samuel's sister. How did she know where I lived? She came inside. She had a small smile, but it was not a kind smile. It was cruel. "So, Candace," Veronica said, "now you know the truth. You know about Isabella and little Leo, Samuel's son." She looked happy that I was hurting. "Did you really think you were special? Samuel chose you because you were simple, easy. Isabella is too much trouble for him, but he will always care for his son, and Isabella knows how to use that." Her words made me feel worse. Did Samuel use me? Was I just easy for him? Suddenly, there was another knock. I opened the door. A woman stood there. She was very beautiful, like in the photo. It was Isabella. She looked very angry. "So you are the new girl?" Isabella said to me. Her voice was strong and angry. "Stay away from Samuel. Do you understand? Stay away from him. He is mine. He is Leo's father. He belongs with us." Veronica stood behind me and watched. She still had that cruel smile. This was her plan. Isabella looked at me again. "Samuel promised to take care of us," she said. "He will not marry you." My heart hurt so much. I stood between Veronica's cruel words and Isabella's anger. My life was not simple anymore. It was full of pain and drama. 6. Public shame. The next day was one of the worst days of my life. My face was everywhere. It was in the newspapers on the street. Big words were written on the front pages for everyone to see. The headlines were loud. They talked about Samuel, the billionaire man. They talked about his secret son, Leo. And they talked about me, Candace, the girl who was going to be his wife. It was a huge scandal. My picture was next to these words. Outside my small apartment building, there were many people. They were reporters from different news places. They had cameras ready to take pictures. They had pens and paper to write things down. They stood close to my door. They shouted my name again and again. "Candace, is it true about the secret child? Did you know before he asked you to marry him? Will you still marry the rich billionaire now?" I felt trapped inside. I wanted to disappear. I felt so much shame that everyone knew my story, my pain. It was a big, public problem. I felt a strong feeling inside. I was sure about who caused this. It was Samuel's sister, Veronica. She told the newspapers. She wanted this public shame. She wanted to hurt me very much. She wanted to stop the wedding plans. She wanted to make a very big problem for Samuel and for me. Then Samuel came to my apartment door. He did not look like the handsome man I knew. He looked terrible. His clothes were messy. His face was very pale. His eyes were red and tired. He looked like he had not slept or eaten for days. He said my name quietly. "Candace, please, you must listen to me now." He started to explain. He told me that Veronica had gone to see Isabella. Veronica told Isabella that he was planning to marry me. This news made Isabella very, very angry. Samuel said that Veronica planned all of this problem. She wanted this scandal to happen. She wanted to cause trouble. Samuel said, Isabella and I were very young when we were together. Having Leo was a mistake we made. He was not a planned child. I send money to Isabella every month to help with Leo's needs. I see my son sometimes, but I do not love Isabella. That time is finished for me. He looked down at his hands. He looked very sad when he spoke the next words. I was so scared to tell you about Leo. I was afraid that if you knew, you would leave me. I was not brave. I was a coward for hiding it from you. He looked up at me again. He took my hands in his. His voice was low and serious. But I love you, Candace. Only you. You are the woman I want to spend my life with. Please believe me. I stood there looking at him. Could I truly believe his words after everything? My heart felt heavy and broken into so many small pieces. The shame from the newspapers was hard. The lies he kept were even harder to understand or forget. 7, a hard choice. My mind was full of thoughts. My heart felt heavy. I was so confused. How could I marry Samuel? He was the man I loved, but he kept a very big secret from me. Could I trust him again? It was a hard question. My simple life was gone now. It was full of problems and sad feelings. Then Samuel did something that surprised me. He talked to the public. He made a statement. He said, yes, Leo is his son. He said he loves Leo, but he also said that he loved me. He told everyone he would marry me. He even spoke about his sister, Veronica. He warned her. He said she caused much pain. He said if she did not stop, she would not be in his life. This made me think. Maybe he was truly sorry. Maybe he wanted to fix things. I agreed to talk to him more. We had many long talks. We talked for hours and hours. He told me everything. He told me about Isabella and the past. He told me he was afraid. He was afraid to lose me. He cried. He asked me to forgive him. It was hard to hear, but it felt honest. He looked so sad and tired. Samuel said we needed to face the problems together. He planned a meeting. It was me, him, Isabella, and Veronica. I felt nervous, but I knew I had to be strong. Veronica was angry. She said mean things. Isabella cried. She said Samuel should be with her because of Leo. But in that moment, I found strength. I looked at Veronica. I said, I know your games, Veronica. Then I looked at Isabella. I said, Samuel will always be Leo's father. He will help Leo, but he loves me. He will marry me. Samuel stood beside me. He held my hand. He told Veronica she must say sorry for what she did. He told Isabella that he would care for Leo, but his life was with me now. It was a very hard meeting, but we faced it. 8, our new start. The big wedding did not happen. It was too difficult after everything. I told Samuel that if we were together, It must be real. It could not be just for other people to see. We decided to take time. We needed to learn to trust each other again. This was very important. Samuel started to tell me everything. He did not hide anything anymore. This was new for him, but it helped me. He showed me that he was serious about changing. One day, he asked me if I wanted to meet Leo. I said yes. I was nervous. We went to a park. Leo was a sweet boy. He had Samuel's eyes. Meeting him made things feel more real. It was not just a secret anymore. 6 months passed. In this time, Samuel showed me he was true. He was strong. He talked to Veronica. She did not want to change, so Samuel asked her to leave his company. He also talked to Isabella. He made clear rules about Leo. He would always help Leo, but he would marry me. Isabella was not happy, but she understood. Then we decided it was time. We would get married. It was a small wedding. Only our close friends and my family were there. There was no big party, no reporters. I wore a simple white dress. Samuel looked very happy. When I walked to him, he smiled with so much love. He said, "Candace, you are my heart. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in us." I became Mrs. Candace Thompson. My husband is Samuel, a billionaire. Our life is not always easy. Sometimes Isabella makes small problems. People still remember the scandal. But Samuel is my best friend now. He tells me everything. I am learning to be part of Leo's life. Leo calls me Candy, and it makes me smile. Our love had big problems. Secrets and lies tested us, but we are stronger now because of it. We learned a big lesson. Honesty is more important than all the money in the world. Our new start is not a perfect story, but it is our story. And it is real.